welcome to the Meeple Mentor Reviews video of Bites. I'm Jared, and with me is Holly. So, Bites is a pretty small box kind of game from All Play, formerly known as BoardGameTables.com. This is a great game for pretty much anyone. I can play this with my kids. I can play this with gamers. This is a game that varies in game to game from, the strategies that you can use and the kind of cards that come out for scoring. And so, every time you play, even though it follows the same general gameplay principles, the strategies are always going to be a little bit different. In the game, you can kind of look and see from the box, it's got like a picnic table blanket on it because you are controlling ants, moving their way back towards their anthill and collecting food as they go. Mm-hmm. And the ants are color coded. So the green one will move to the green peppers. Uh-huh. The yellow one moves to the cheese, etc. Everyone controls them. It's not like I'm only one color ant. They all start at the end of the food trail of really interesting, like dual layered cardboard food tokens. Mm-hmm. And that they look really nice. They're really cool to hold and kind of touch. But you make a random food trail, from one end to the anthill. And all those ants are slowly making their way forwards. On your turn, you choose any one color ant and move them to the next piece that they prefer, and then from where they land you can take the piece behind or the piece in front of them to your own collection. And that really is the basic gameplay here. Mm-hmm. You collect pieces from moving ants, and you want to get as many as you can, certainly of a little bit of everything. But one of the biggest scoring ways that this is different is when one of the color ants gets to the anthill, they go on one of the 5 levels. And depending on which level they're on, they're going to score points for their good, for their food type that they like, equal to that level. So if they're at, I think it's the top, they get 5 points per food. If they're at the bottom, they're worth nothing for their food type. So if you see a player getting a bunch of bread, you might actually want to move that brown ant as quickly as possible to anthill to potentially put them at the bottom. Mm-hmm. Now, the order in which space that they are allowed to move on the anthill when they get there, that's where the card that is drawn in that game is going to change up how they enter the anthill. Mm-hmm. For example, the card might say, when getting to the anthill, always go to the lowest, always go to the highest, or alternate between the lowest and highest, or you choose. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it. But generally you're going to be the one, you're going to want to be the one to move the ant there so you have some control over how many points they're going to give you on collections.
You strategize to where the other person has to move the ant, so you don't have to put your high-scoring ant in the 0.
Stuff like that. It's really fun, and it doesn't play very long, and it's one of those games where after you play, you kind of just want to set up and try again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that kind of thing, because you're like, oh, man, that really kind of changed up how my whole strategy was going, but, man, we should try it again, because I feel like I know more, or I have some other ideas of what I could do, and it looks great on the table. I like, the pieces. I think the ants are kind of cute little meeples that, you get in the game. And the fact that there's so many varying rules that can be added into the game, it can be as easy or complex as you want it to be. I mean, you can choose the cards that are in play because they are rated by difficulty, or you can randomize it. Either way, your game is always going to be different. So I really recommend it if you can get a copy and try it out. This is designed by Anke Gavril and Philip Gavril. And it's, 30 minutes, and that's Bites.
Yeah.
Anything else that you wanted to say that you liked about it or disliked?
I just really like the pieces are nice, as you were saying. I like the short gameplay. I like the replayability. I enjoy the theory of having to strategize which ant you're going to put on the anthill if you're going to put an ant on the anthill. Mm-hmm. It's fun, and it's not too complex.
Right. So that's been our review of Bites from All Play Games. It's great. Definitely check it out. But stick around on the channel to see more of our reviews, tutorials, news, unboxings, and our podcast. A lot of great content. Stick around and subscribe. So until the next video, I've been Jared.
I'm Holly.
See you later.